This is a high-level event to discuss education, the silver bullet to human development, the one solution capable of lifting any Nigerian out of poverty, which is described as the root of all social ills. This is not lost on the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
We must provide the resources to modernize and improve our education infrastructure and provide the right training for young people from primary through tertiary education. This goes to the heart of our survival as a nation and as a people. I say that because I believe our country will not survive long if our children cease to believe their best dreams are possible here.
Do you think that government also has sole responsibility to fund tertiary education?
At the first of 7 panel discussions, former President Olusegun Obasanjo admits that the Nigerian government missed the opportunity to ensure accessible, affordable education for all its citizens.
We today, out of 244 million children out of school, we have 20 million, almost 10%. We miss, we continue to miss, and we are missing. That is a very, very bad one.
You have National Universities Commission that actually coordinates the distribution of the appropriated funds to universities.
The focus moves to funding of public tertiary institutions, an issue that sits at the heart of every strike action by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. The notion that tertiary institutions create new value propositions for social impact is met with mixed reactions from a second panel.
Rather than budgetary allocation increasing, it is going down. If you look at this year, it is the least 3.59.
I think that it is possible that at the end of this conversation, it may become necessary for Parliament to go into all the laws setting up each university and possibly make amendments. When you do country-by-country comparisons, you've got to be mindful of the different constitutional and structural arrangements. For some of those countries, they have national budget. In Nigeria, we don't have a national budget.
The chairman of Channels Media Group, Dr. John Momo, champions the need for alumni reorientation, the challenge of donor fatigue on the part of private investors in public tertiary institutions, and what he described as a zone of possible agreement between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities.
Government should take a second look at what they've reached an agreement and say to us, we'll come back to you, even if it's 50% of what you're supposed to get, we'll give it to you. That's what I believe in.
Other new options for a national education loan for students, as well as reforming sanction methods to prevent academic corruption, were canvassed. But these might be untenable because of deep-rooted challenges. The man who knows this also feels the pinch in the pockets of university lecturers.
Since March this year, no university in Nigeria has gotten a copper from the federal government. I challenge them to say it. None has gotten a copper from the federal government. If the budget office and all of them know that the vice chancellor once recruited 300 people, what did they do? Has that been to be punished? You know why? Because these were brought by the ministries to the system. In 2018, we had similar workshop as what we are doing now, organized by the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Finance jointly on funding of just like this. And we came out with very beautiful recommendation to the government. We still have that recommendation. Nobody looked at it. So, Honorable Speaker, sir, I hope this one will not also end just like as exercise. You do it and that is the end.
The floor is then open for questions, answers, more questions and comments. A lot of passionate conversations coming out of this particular summit, and understandably so. Tertiary institutions in Nigeria, a front-burner issue, and a lot of the problems circle around funding. That has been identified. However, there is also the fact that there are other problems identified at these conversations. There's the issue of the impasse between the federal government and ASU. There's also the question of access to education vis-a-vis its quality. These are some of the conversations that are going to be had in the next 2 days, and it's expected that policy documents that will be adhered to by the federal government will come up at the end of this summit. Kayla Megwa, Channels Television News.